Hello, friends, and welcome to the world of Petrolith, a land the gods have forsaken and abandoned. Escape from Port Lomax.
Shit, are we actually guilty of this?
Nope, we're guilty of it. Mongo think we're screwed.
Reginald eats the slop and then the bowl. Got to keep your strength up, you know.
Somewhere in Port Lomax, there's a dimly lit basement with like 30 10-year-olds scrawling out these notes furiously. You hear a loud metallic click and then a second loud metallic click.
So Clank just walked out of the cell.
So the guards are all doing a very good job of not being distracted by the sound of the meal cart bouncing and the cart tumbles and falls sideways. And all the guards turn around and look at them like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, so who wants to be let out next?
I guess let me out. I can fight pretty well without any of my gear in case they try to come stop you from doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah, I'm basically the guy here who can't fight for shit without his stuff. So yeah, I definitely need to prioritize somebody else right now. Why don't I'll do Binox and then I'll do Azilla. Sorry, Emily. Because Azilla can, or well, wait, can you cast a sleep
I
spell?
would say do Mongo first.
Okay. I'll do Mongo first because you can help us sneak around and cast shit at people if we need to, and then yeah, I mean obviously I'll try and let everybody out, but we'll see how many people I manage to break out before they notice, because then we're going to need to tackle them and knock them out super crazy fast.
Well, how about whoever you're letting out, nobody leaves their cell until we have more people out, in case. So we still have the element of surprise.
Oh, that's a good plan. I could just unlock it.
Keep the door cracked open instead of busting out right away. Smart.
Yeah,
Yeah, just unlock it, yeah.
and they don't know who's unlocked.
Is Reginald stealthy at all?
I do have a reasonably good sneak skill. I think it's 6. Yeah, I've got a +6 in stealth.
So yeah, you could sneak around the entire thing and unlock people's cage or cells,
As long as
and just tell them to stay in there until they get the signal. We're all busting out of this joint.
And then, well, ideally what we do is we grab the guards in here and fuck them up. And then we release all the other prisoners and let them go first. And then we find their stuff and sneak out behind the inevitable riot and burnings. I'm all for burning this whole town to the ground, by the way. Fuck this place. I love how the paladin isn't stopping me. This is great.
This is the bullshit.
Time to need a good purge.
And Mongo's just like, death to tyrants!
Yeah, this is the fucking Bastille here, folks.
Yeah, I think so. We weren't planning on coming back anyways.
I'm gonna, while this cart is crashing down the stairs or whatever the fuck, I am going to start opening people's cells. In order, Mongo, Brinox, Azilla, and Harlequina. So, yeah, I'll keep rolling, and I will roll whatever else you want. But, yeah, I'm going for Mongo's cell. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Fuck.
Sorry, fam. That was bad.
Fuck.
You hear a loud slap sound behind you and turn around, and Clink has her hand on her face. And
Make a noise or something.
the cable is
Weird noise.
the cable that you were using is now stuck inside the lock. Well, that was Mongo's cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you were okay. So yeah, Clink kind of sits there and thinks to herself for a minute, for a second rather, and decides that the best sound to make is turned to face the front of the prison away from your guys' cells and kind of try to throw her voice since she's underneath the catwalk, and makes the sound of a cell unlocking and opening.
Right. Well, new plan. Brinox, just melt your fucking cell and we'll go beat up that guard and take his keys, alright?
When Clank makes the sound, all 5 of the guards turn and look at the cell on the north side and start trying to figure out what cell just opened. Sorry, that's the west side,
Brinox,
not the
just-
north side.
Cool. I guess I'm
Brinox,
gonna use
just-
my my acid breath on my door.
Okay.
Try to break through.
Roll damage.
I'll go straight to damage. It's 2d6.
Yep. Yeah, the lock failed its dexterity check. It didn't.
4.
It didn't move.
It didn't move at all. Okay. Okay, so the acid is starting to eat into the iron around the lock, but it's not like, you know, melting it. It's just kind of corroding it.
Frank, do you have anything else on you? We've ruined two perfectly good locks. Now we're going to need to do something drastic.
Oh, the lock on Brinox's cell it still looks functional. It's just the inside of it is like starting to corrode over.
Where is the guard with the keys? We have managed to identify that dude, right?
Yes, it's the guard here.
And are all the guards? They're all looking that direction, but they're not like clustered up in a convenient little pod, are they?
No, they're still standing where they were, but they're all like looking at the cells along this side of the prison because they heard a cell door unlock and open, and they're trying to figure out where it was.
Any suggestions?
I think it could. You might be able to like kick it open eventually.
You can tell
Sure would
that
draw a lot of attention.
you can tell that even though
didn't
the
work.
acid is corroding the metal, given time, it will eventually damage it to the point where it'll make it easier to kick open. But right now, it's
That's
still,
what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. Plank, help me get up onto the top of this cage over here. We're going to try and just take that guard out ourselves and grab the keys before anybody can come to his aid. And hope this works. It's getting a little dicey. Or wait. Yes. So are there bars on these, like, windows up here?
What a good question. No, there aren't. But they are pretty small windows, and they're high enough up, they probably assume that nobody would be able to climb up there without being spotted long before.
Is there any way that if we got on top of the cages, that Clank could boost me out through a window, and I could escape into the night?
Not without being seen. That wouldn't even really be like a stealth check kind of deal, because, I mean, that would... There's not really any way to
Okay.
hide.
So the
All right,
guard with
well
the
then-
keys, is he in view of any of the other guards? Is there any breaking in the line of sight between them?
No. Each guard
But
is
they're all
in-
looking one direction right now.
Well, yeah, they're all facing the west side, so... And he would be in the back of that, so yeah, nobody's got eyes on him at the moment. They could if they turn around, but Like it's not like there's something blocking their vision. They're just not looking in that direction.
I don't know. I kind of want to see if we can get Clank to take one for the team here. So maybe Clank can like go and like run somewhere, and then like the guards can try and tackle Clank, and I can throw the dust of choking at everybody, grab the keys while they're incapacitated, and run back over here. I am open to other plans, everyone.
Let me know if you're gonna do that, because I have to queue up yakety sacks for Clank running around with a bunch of town guard chasing after like a bunch of kids at a chicken farm.
Yeah, well, that's sort of my plan here at the moment. Does anybody have a better idea? I'm a little out of it right now. I don't have any lockpicks. Okay, well,
I could
Thank you.
command him to freeze while you get the keys from him.
well, if I can incapacitate him, he can't do anything about me trying to take the keys from him.
You're outside of the
You
bar,
can do it
right? You're outside of the cell.
Soundlessly.
Yeah, I'm outside of the cell.
Okay, so as you're like standing there looking at the guards, kind of not frozen, but definitely focusing on the guards, you feel somebody tap your shoulder from behind.
Uh-oh.
And you turn around and Janice is standing there, and he's chewing on something, like picking his teeth. And he goes, "Hey, sorry, I totally forgot I had this." And he hands you a lockpick.
Really? This whole time?
Yeah, I've been using
Right.
it as a toothpick, so I didn't even think, I just thought, it's a toothpick when you asked if I had anything. And then,
Frankly, I'm surprised that the guards didn't take it off of you, toothpick or no, when you came in here. Well, let's try this again, everyone. From the top, I will try to not get jammed in the lock. Mongo. 13 plus 8? What do we say, 8 now? 9? Hold on.
roll, I think you had a +9. But,
Yeah, plus 9.
but
21.
But roll one more time, because that other piece of cable is still stuck in there and might be damaging the lock or getting in the way.
Oh, well, then I'll let Brian Knox out first then.
Okay. Sorry, I meant to tell you that before you rolled.
Okay.
Okay, so you pop open Brinox's cell door, and you're very careful not to touch the acid that's still kind of dripping down the sides. But yeah, he's now out.
Okay. Great. I'm gonna keep going down the line. I'm gonna try Azilla. Oh, it's 13. Yikes.
It doesn't work this time. It makes a little bit of noise, but luckily the guards don't seem to hear it. And some of the other prisoners that aren't in your party definitely see what's going on, because they're more perceptive than the guards, and they all start like motioning towards you, or like, come on, me too.
Is
Yes,
Harley
yes, one
Quinn
at a time,
and
one at a
Blueberry
time.
housed together?
I was gonna ask where Blueberry was.
You don't see Blueberry.
Cool. So I'm gonna have to kill a motherfucker. But yeah, no, I'm by myself.
Haha! Net 20.
Nice.
Yay!
That ought to get Azilla out of there.
Yes, you get Azilla out of there, and you feel bolstered in your confidence with this fancy new lockpick that Janice has just given you. And your boost in confidence makes you feel like you could probably have a better chance of getting that cable unstuck from Mongo's lock.
Well, let's give that a shot then.
So no disadvantage.
Oh, I was about to say something, but I was going to give you bardic inspiration.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't waste it.
Well, I wouldn't have had to use it. Okay. Drat, that's 2 lockpicks snapped right in there. Mongo, we're going to have to find something.
The
I-
lockpick, the lockpick did not snap. or get stuck, but it did make a really loud, like, scraping noise as you pulled it back out, because it kind of got stuck and you had to yank on it, but you got it back out. But it did make some noise.
Okay, hop back in your cage, your cell.
Are you gonna make a dash for yourself?
Sure. Let's just pop in the cell real quick.
Okay.
Nothing to see here. No.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. I'm not good at that. 11.
Okay. You manage to jump back into your cell and shut the door behind you just as one of the town guards turns around to investigate the sound. Luckily, you were very quick about hearing the noise that you made and getting back into your cell, because the guard that is closest to you, right at the top of the stairs, has now turned around and is looking back, kind of squinting a little bit under the torchlight, trying to see what the hell that noise was.
Right. Nothing to see here, just some innocent people locked up against their will. Yes.
He kind of
Sure.
he isn't really paying attention to anybody specifically down there, but all of the guards are starting to go back to their normal not patrol pattern, but they're going back to their normal field of views.
Right. Can I try a stealth roll in order to get back out of the cage and then continue my round of picking locks? Except for on Mongo's lock, because that lock hates me.
I'm tempted to say no, because this guard is currently looking in your direction and would definitely see the cell door open.
Okay.
Am I the only one whose lock is not unlocked?
Can I use a cantrip?
Which one?
I have Dermatology. See if I can make it like a copy of what Clank did, but just a little bit harder for maybe like a door slamming, maybe a little bit farther away from the unlocking door noise.
Yes. Yeah. It's a verbal spell, but you can mutter under your breath and they're too far away to notice that you're casting a spell. So you're gonna do like a cell door opening and closing?
No, just slamming shut. Not a cell door, just a door slamming shut. Something that doesn't match what's in view. So it makes them think that maybe they missed something and they were too slow.
Okay. So all 5 guards spin around to see where that noise came from, because it definitely sounded wrong. And 3 of them look very confused as they kind of like look around like, we don't even have any doors that sound like that here. And 2 of them look less confused and more suspicious, like they have a feeling that they're being fucked with. And they start kind of peering into cells to see if anybody looks like they've been casting cell spells.
Are they coming over near our cells to look into them?
No, they're all staying up where they're at. They're just like, looking more closely into the cells instead of just kind of glancing around looking for any anything that ought not be happening.
They're more diligent or vigilant at the moment.
Right, well, Chaps, I've got to admit, I'm very bored right now. Why don't you two, Rhinox and Isla, why don't you just pop on up the stairs, and go snap some necks or something, and I'm going to get the rest of our fellows out of these cells here. Yes? I don't think we're going to get a better opportunity of distraction here. They're a bit skittish. What do you say? Prison riot on 3.